Hi, my name is Huang, and I did my presentation on the consumption of fossil fuel in China. The overview is that China is one of the biggest fossil fuel users in the world. China alone is accounted for about half of the world's total coal consumption. So China burns about 4 billion tons of coal every year. In China, the coal are mainly burned in factories, power plants, and private homes. Coal is accounted for about 70% of the energy used in China today, and it is responsible for about 3/4 of China's electricity generation. Since last year alone, China has produced about 5 billion tons of CO2 just from the usage of coal alone. So in the graph below, it shows that the rise in coal consumption in China from 1982 to 2010. Since China has become more industrialized in the past couple of decades, the need for energy is also in demand. To fund these projects, cities and people who are living in China, the graph shows that in the red is where the coal is being used the most, and coal outranks all the other energy sources. And coming in second is oil, since China has a lot of cars. Oil is mainly used for vehicles. The least used energy sources are nuclear and renewable energy sources, which are really used in China. Since China has a huge fossil fuel consumer, it is now creating a major problem for the environment with the emission of CO2 and smog throughout the country. It has also gotten so bad that some of the pollution from China can travel all the way to some parts of California. The burning of coal is considered the top carbon-intensive sources of energy for China. Also, China's pollution has become so bad that the air in some cities are unbreathable to people. Cities like Beijing, Shanghai, the people living there have to wear face masks on a daily routine to prevent them from breathing in the toxic air. Many Chinese citizens who breathe in the air will suffer from health problems such as asthma, lung cancer, blindness, and even death. So China is accounting for about 20% of all the greenhouse gases produced in the world, and it is rapidly increasing the speed of global warming. There are several solutions to this issue. The first solution is reducing of emissions from coal burning industries and vehicles. The second is promoting the usage of electricity and natural gas in place of coal. The next solution is by supporting renewable energy such as wind and solar. And the final solution is by implementing the control measures to deal with air pollution created from the burning of coal. The two solutions that would be best used in China are, since China is already starting to expand into the renewable industries, China plans to spend more than $360 billion through 2020 on renewable energy resources, mainly on solar and wind. Some implications to air pollution in China is that the government has proposed a carbon tax for companies and factories that produce CO2 emissions and other harmful toxins. The government has also created a law that limits a certain amount of pollution to be released into the atmosphere each year to steadily control the massive amount of pollution. So in conclusion, if the proposed solutions are handled in accordance by the government and also the people of China, the amount of fossil fuel usage will be lowered, and hopefully China will switch to an alternative energy source such as wind and solar. In the future, China will eventually decrease its carbon emissions and as well as heading towards a cleaner and brighter future by sustaining a clean, renewable energy source to help improve the environment and also helping to improve the people living in these environments. Thank you.